Hello there. Just switch the bits out. Always in the wrong position. How are you all doing out there in the land of YouTube? Hope you're all doing well. I'm just organising myself. I don't know why my days seem to be getting more and more hectic. I've literally only just finished everything I need to do for the day. And if you don't know, it's 5:30. No, it's not. It's 3:30. No, it's not. Wait a minute. Yes, it's 5:30 p.m. here. I swear I'm getting worse. I look there, look again. No, it's 5:30 p.m. here right now. And once I finish my live, that's normally it for me for the day. And I don't do anything else much. I go and have something to eat normally afterwards. I don't know. I'm not getting up late. I'm up by 6 at the latest because it's so hot. I've got to get everything watered, extra watering, obviously. But that being said, there's a lot of stuff that hasn't survived the heat. So obviously I've got less to water, but more things to water than I normally would. That makes sense. So I don't know. I'm not slower. I don't know what's happening. I just seem to, I'm doing the same amount of things, divided out through the week. So there's no day when there's utter chaos for me. Monday's a pretty busy day. Mondays. Well, I don't know why. I don't know why Monday's hectic. It shouldn't be. Oh, I know why Monday's so hectic. Because I do all my harvesting for the week and the prepping of the food. That's it. I knew there was something that slows me down because my actual list of what I need to do for YouTube and other stuff like that, it's like there's not a lot there. That's why. Monday is hectic because I do the harvesting. I kind of rock up this and start again. I thought I was all right, but okay, let's begin. Yes, Monday's quite hectic because I harvest, get everything picked for the week and check around everything a bit more. And I will tell you what takes us up time. It's not just harvesting. Prepping, yes, but it's gathering seeds. It's getting the seeds out of all the things like the zucchinis and watermelons and melons. They're all the worst ones. And I've just put a video up on how I harvest some of my seeds, particularly the okra. So if you're into gardening okra and not sure how to get the seeds, it's a little combination, a montage almost, of harvesting and collecting some of the seeds. Do look in the links below because there are more videos I've linked on how to actually get the seeds and when to get seeds for some things as well. So do have a little looky at that. Yeah, so let's start how we normally start with the moods. What mood am I in today? I have to keep grabbing stones, painted stones, because I've got the fan on and I've got bits of paper and things floating around. Oh, this is me. This is today. Party animal. If you've seen my community post I've just posted today, you'll know why. And I've got my mouse arrow is pointing up the armpit. Let's move that because that's well distracting. There we go. Party animal. Yes, if you've looked at my community post today, YouTube informs me it's yet another birthday of me being on YouTube. I didn't know that. So, yeah, apparently party animal today. Any excuse for a party, and YouTube gave me one. So I'm sure there'd be a little drinkies going on to celebrate that, which I had no idea about. Hey ho. Hey Blue, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Thanks for coming. Always appreciated. Hippie channel birthday, lovely. Oh, we're doing the lovelies again. Lovely. We had so much fun the last live. It was so funny. Really had fun. They're all great, but it could just take one funny little thing and it just sets me off for sure, definitely. Okay, we also do what books I'm reading, and I finished this one I was reading. It's not a very thick book. Lou says, doing good, Tam, just getting the kitchen sorted so I can get dinner going. And we want the menu check. Blue, we'll make this a regular feature. What's Blue cooking today? So this is Jennifer Cruz, I think it is, yes, or Cruzy, however you want to say it. Anyone But You. Again, I shouldn't have read the reviews on it inside the book. It's always a disappointment. I would actually say it's more of a teenager book. It's not aimed at teenagers, but it was such a... I don't mind sort of chick flick type books. I know they're all going to end up, oh, happy ever after, but it was so strained out, the how to get from A to B. I'm not spoiling the ending because it's blooming obvious, and it also says it on the book description as well. She's 40 and he's about 10 years or so younger. Oh, so it can never happen. But if she's so old and so mature, why on earth could she not actually, when he kept coming on to her, not say, okay, or I feel I'm older, but I do like you? She just pretended she didn't like him all the time. It was a bit drawn out for the ending that you knew was going to happen anyway. That said, it wasn't a bad book. And if you really haven't got half a brain like me and you don't want to sort of really get in-depth reading, it's okay. I would call it maybe a beach book. You sit there, you just read it, and it won't change your life. There's nothing in it that you haven't read before. Same old characters, man's brother and girl's best friend, 4 main characters and so on and so forth. So there's nothing you haven't read before, let's say, but if you just want a small book to read on the beach, that's the one. So as I say, I didn't dislike it, but I don't feel I learned anything from it. I don't mean just learn things, I mean I didn't gain anything by reading it. So yeah, if you see it, read it, but don't come running to me when you like, well, that was a waste of time. Okay, the blue menu tonight, if anyone wants to pop round, if anyone's in York. Crustless quiche to go with salads and pickles. Oh yeah, Blue's pickles. So what am I reading today? I've started another book. Plenty to go round. Well, I'll give you a dress out, Blue, if you like. Can you imagine? I'm now reading Carol, and this is a well-known author. If any of you don't know authors, this is a really well-known author. Lots of famous books and films have been made by her books. No, you're good, hon. You don't want them. No. I didn't know anything about this book, but apparently it's written, she wrote it in, I think, 1953. She actually wrote it. And it's actually about 2 women's relationship, which, as you can imagine, wasn't really the done thing to write about for a author that's got great credibility at the time. Remember, we're talking the 50s, we're not talking now. And so she wrote it under a pseudonym, and she actually called it the Salt. She put it the Salt something. So some of you might know it from that. Salt something. The Price of Salt. The Price of Salt. And very recently, she's obviously it's okay to write about that kind of thing now. It's not written how you would think it would be written. And it's obviously a big age gap as well. She's sort of just out of college, I believe, and she's an older woman that's going through a divorce and's got a child. Haven't read much of it, so I can't comment at the moment, but only fairly recently she's said this is her book and brought it out again under the name Carol, and that's part of the reason she didn't call it that initially, although that was its title, because people be like, oh, it's about a woman and what's it about and blah blah. So the first bit of the book is actually a write-up about what I've said and more about the back history of the actual book. So we'll see how that goes. I like to read books that aren't in my normal genre of reading. As I say, these are all books I've just been given, not because people think they're for me to read. They're just books that aren't wanted anymore. And I love that because there's such a mixture and quite a lot of subjects I might not read about. So I will read it and let you know. I'm a little bit in, read this much at the minute. Actually, it's quite a good story at the moment. So we'll see where it goes. So there's that. That's what I'm reading right now. Then we do a cross stitch update. I have done some more cross stitch. So I'll show you how that's going. If you remember the letter S, I realised I hadn't done the sort of highlighty bit of it. It's sort of two contrasting colours. So I did that, and then I did some more letters. If you don't know what this is, ask in the comments or in the chat, because I've said it so many times. Hey there, Drina, how are you doing? Hola, hola to you. Bon dia, bon dia. So here's, oh, let's get the leg off the table, then I can hold it up properly. Look, it's coming along. Yada, yada. That is quite a lot coming on now. I'm like quite pleased with it. As I say, I can't stop in the middle of a letter. I can do the red and then I can do the highlight separate, but I can't actually stop in the middle because as big as these holes are, I don't know if you can see, they're actually not bad, but I'm really seeing like squares before my eyes doing this one. So I do one letter and then I see how I am, and then I either do another one or another two, depending. So I don't do too many at once. As I say, come back in a year or so. But I don't just want to do the letters. I've got plans for more on there. Hey there, Faith TS. Hey, Crubby. Hey, everyone's coming in. So I was just showing my cross-stitch project coming along. I am taking photos as I go. I'm not filming me doing it because it's quite sad how I have to do it. But I'm taking photos as I go, and then I will put up maybe a video on my other channel, which is where my crafts are, along with other things. And I'll probably just sort of flick through the pictures, like put them on, and it'll sort of look like fast progress. So thanks for that, Adrina. That's lovely. You're on your phone, elbow deep in water. Oh dear. Lingo. Yeah, it's great. So that's how that's coming on. So we've done the book update. We've done the cross-stitch update. I've got updates of what I've been doing. Oh, I did talk about on my Monday live about the new emojis. I have spoken about them before, but someone asked what were they, and I couldn't remember what the new emojis are coming out. I'm not sure when they're being rolled out. I think some people got them on trial at the minute. And I said they weren't really what's needed. Let's say if I ask you what sort of emoji do you want or would you think was needed, these really don't come into it. But I found my bit of paper with what ones there are. And there's a donkey. That's okay. That's quite nice. A jellyfish. Of all things that they could have done, a jellyfish. A comb. A pea pod. Well, okay, let's add to the vegetables. That's really blowy behind me. Good grief. A moose. Yeah, we were all like, where's the moose? We really need a moose. Where's the moose? Maracas. Okay, yeah, I can see how people want to use that as a sort of cheer factor. Yay. And the one I did remember as well, the shaking face. It's like the yellow emoji head, like shaking, like a shaking face. So there's that one. So there's a couple there. Now, if you could get them to make a new emoji, what emoji would you want? So if you had to say an emoji, what emoji would you want them to put up for you? So if you can think of something, put it in the comments. That would be really good. So there's that. Shall we do the jokes? Because occasionally I forget to do the jokes. Not very often, but occasionally. So let's do some jokes and then we'll do some catch up, some updates and news. First joke. Why can't dinosaurs talk? Because they're dead. Ha! A dyslexic man walks into a bra. What do you call a fly with no wings? A walk. A fly with no wings. A walk. I like this one. I like this very much. This is a Dawn joke. A janitor hid in the cupboard. As he jumped out, he shouted, "Supplies! Supplies! Oh, hey there. How are you doing? Editing a video at the moment, but I'm running your live. Oh, thanks. That's cool. Nice to see you here. Okay, so we've got 2 more jokes. It's not appropriate to make dad jokes if you're not a dad. It's a faux pas. Faux pas. And the last joke for today. What did the buffalo say when his son left for school? Bye, son. Bye, son. Bye, son. Bye, son. I like that one. Bye, son. Oh, dear. Okay, bit of refreshment there. So, let's have a look. Some updates. Herbs. We were talking about my new herbs that I got on Sunday. New herbs I got on Sunday. And there's a video coming out on that, on where I got them. So wait and see where I got them. And also I got rosemary and basil. And if you want to know about basil, you have to go on Bunky's garden. Bunky is the greatest basil lover in the whole wide world. She's got 2 videos on basil. One is simple recipes and one is transplanting basil. So there's that. But there was one plant. I said this on Wednesday, so excuse me if you heard it. There was one plant I bought there that's good for mosquitoes, flies, that kind of thing. Now, to me, I said it looks a bit like purslane, just the look of it where you get that sort of reddy, rubbery stem and similar but not the same leaves, and it all spreads out like that. And the guy said it was called snake plant. So I was like, oh, great. I'll go and look that up when I get home. And I looked up snake plant, and it's the trendy thing that all the teenagers are buying for their bedrooms now, what we call mother-in-law's tongue. And it's like the great big pointy leaf that grows down like this, like it's one plant that's a leaf and other big leaves come out. And that's all there is on YouTube for snake plant. Thousands of that, nothing else. So I've put a picture of this snake plant up on my community post. It's actually back one from the last one. So it's one back from the last community post. And there's actually 5 pictures. Some people don't know that there is a sort of arrow on the side of it and you can click through and see more pictures. It's not just the one picture. So I took 5 pictures and they're all up there. If any of you can identify it, I would be really thrilled. And I want to know about caring of it and watering and transplanting, that kind of thing. But I want to know what its proper name is first. So if you don't know, but you're in connection with another channel that you think might know, can you either let me know their channel, or I'd rather not go sifting through hundreds of channels. If you ask them if they can identify it to go on my community post, I would really appreciate that, because there's no point having a plant and not knowing how to care for it and then it dies. So if you can let me know. I'd say about the smell of it, it doesn't smell if you just walk past it, but if the wind blows it, or you go up to it and smell, it's not a nasty smell, but it's not a pretty perfume. flowery smell either. I can't really describe it. It's not a bad smell, but it's not like, oh, that's a lovely smell. So it's pungent, but not in a terrible way. So if anyone can tell me that, I would really appreciate that. And as I say, I've got basil and I've got rosemary for the first time. I've looked up a few bits on that. Hey there, how you doing, KD? Hope Bus, hi there, how are you doing? Great to see you. Yeah, so if any of you have got actual recipes on your channel with rosemary or basil, give me the link to those as well, because obviously if I've got them, I want to do it. And I've also got them for making repellents and things like that. So anything at all with that, that would be great. Yeah, we were on Mayfield Ranch just now. That was a great video. That was a really good video there. I like it. Keep your basil dry for a tea. That's a great one. Okay, dry for a tea. I've got a few tips and bits and pieces, but as I say, it's the first time I've ever actually had it. I kept saying I wanted to get more herbs and do more things with herbs. So that's a great one, Hope Bus. So any tips on those, that would be appreciated, or anything more I can do with them, something I might not have thought of. That'd be cool. So that's the update on the herbs. Blue says, not yet, but I'm working with another channel on a joint garden to table herb video series. Cool. So let me know when that comes up. I do watch most of yours, but I do miss the occasional one. So you can either send me a link or just tell me when it's up. If I haven't seen it, you'll know if I've seen it because of a comment. So if you don't see a comment from one of my multiple channels, then let me know. Do push me your videos, guys, because as I say, I've got so many channels I follow. I can't watch everything of everyone. So if you think I like something, do push them to me. Hope Bus says that's cool. Yep, Blue does some great videos. Blue says it'll be over the winter months, so we're having something to put out. Yeah, that's sometimes a harder one for some channels. For me, that's the time I'm going to be doing my new huge garden reshuffle, big changes, and I kind of just want to get out there and get going on it, but wrong time of year. So more on that as it happens. What else? Oh, let's talk about my community post. I've given my first seed giveaway I've done, which you'll probably know went to Josh from In Your Yard Homestead. Mike's posting that tomorrow. So when you watch this back, Josh, it will be tomorrow. He's posting it. So I'll be interested to know when you receive it. And we've got a little clever way Mike's come up with of how we could get it out this end, because we're not supposed to send seeds at all or liquids or anything like that. So Mike's come up with a genius way. So let me know when you get it. That would be appreciated. And then we'll go look out for the video of you like unwrapping and see what you actually got, because I put in a bit extra to what was on the list. And that's what made me think of that, guys, because I've got a tree I've sent Josh some seeds to, and I don't have the name of it. And I can guess of the family, but I don't want to put something I don't know. So I've explained about it to him. And I'm going to put the pictures of the tree up on my community post, possibly the next thing I put up on there. And if any of you can identify it. Now, it's got pods a bit like the carob pods. I'll probably show it to you next time if I remember. They're not carobs, so I know I'm going to get people to say they're carobs. They're not. I grow carobs. They're more thinny than that, like more delicate. They're about the same size. And then they've got little seeds in them like carobs. And then I'll just show you a picture of the tree rather than try and explain it. And you can't eat the stuff. The tree leaves are just for like making shack roofs and shading and things like that. So there. Hi, Peter. Peter will probably know. Peter, there's a picture on my community post, not the last post, but the one before, a plant I need ID in. And there's 5 pictures in the post, and I'm going to be putting a tree one up that you might be able to help me with in soon. So that'd be good. And the reason the plant one wasn't the last community post up, if any of you saw it, YouTube informed me today that it's a birthday of me being on YouTube. I assume it means that. So, yeah, excuse to party after I finish the live. Thought better not start before the live. Tree, yes. Carob is awesome. Yeah. I've actually sent some of those to Josh, some carob seeds, because they're great animal feed as well. So he can feed his animals and even his dog, because it's Mocha is his dog. He can feed the dog. It gives it a nice like glossy coat and that, same as if you give them olive oil. So yeah, there'll be that. So yeah, look out next month who I'm going to choose as a recipient to get the seeds for next month. I'm only doing 1 month because of posting. And as I've said, it's not in any order, because if I kind of did the people who helped me the most first, then it's kind of grading people. I don't want to do that. It will be random. And also, I know a lot of you are friends, let's say in America, a lot of you live close together and you meet up and things like that. If I'm giving to, say, people like that, I'm not going to give those people close together, like as a giveaway, because then you could save some of what you get from me. And then if I do another person, say in your area, 6 months, a year down the line, there could be completely different things. Then you can share them together. So if a friend of yours or a neighbour of yours gets them, then assume you're not going to get them for some time, because then you can share around a bit more the seeds, because hopefully I'm growing different things and more things, or seeds aren't in season at the moment. So there's that. So it doesn't mean when you get the seeds is how much I appreciate you. Okay, so that's my only concern, that people go and be like, oh, I thought I would have got some seeds. You may well do, or who knows, in the future I might add something else as well. So we'll see how that goes. So just hold on. Hold on there. Hold tight. So look in the community post, and the next person, it's going to be the same picture every time, so you'll know it's that. So look at the one where I said Josh got it, and then it gives you the reference to go back, the URL to the video about it, where in that description is how you get them, i.e. send me your email. And obviously it's date stamped, because I can't have you in 6 months' time going, oh yeah, you owe me some seeds. No. So it's just for a month. So if you're chosen for September, you've only got until the end of September to send me your email. Or sorry, not your email, your address, or an address. Okay, so there's that. So there we go. So I've got the next recipient in mind. In fact, I've got so many in mind, but another special reason why I've picked the next person. Okay, so there's that. That's the seed giveaway. I'm really having fun doing that. I said as soon as I could do it, I would, and yeah, I'm doing it. That's why I'm calling myself now the seed grower. You should see me trying to get all the seeds out of everything. Oh, that is what's taking my time at the moment. What have I posted? I normally do that and just let you know. As I say, I let you lot all tell me about what your videos are. So I will share my videos. And I always have to look, because I get mixed up with what I've just posted, what I've written in to post next, and what I've made. So today on this channel, I posted how I collect and harvest seeds, and I show carobs, leeks, purple figs, okra. That's a good bit of video, the okra bit. So if you don't know how to collect the seeds out of okra, radish, grapes, eggplants, chard, cucumber, lettuce, onion, sweet corn, watermelon, squash, and a few more. So that's a good one to watch. You can also see what I've been harvesting. As I say, the next video, which, what is it today? Wednesday. So I post again on Friday. That will be where I bought the herbs from and a little bit about there, where I was. And it's not a garden centre. I wouldn't be allowed at a garden centre because there's some indoors there, so I'm not allowed there. And I also filmed the drive home. And the drive home is because it's a freeway or motorway, and it's scenic out here. You don't get like roads with no scenery, if you like. And so I thought I'd film it, and then going out again on Sunday, and I want to film it from the other direction because coming back you can't see the sea, and the sea literally lines most of the freeway. So I want to film it the other way, but I do want to film it that way going in case I didn't have enough oomph in the camera to film where I was as well. And that would have been a disappointment. You have a lot going on in your garden? Yes, a lot going on in the garden. I'm having big changes this winter. I'm going to kill myself. You all think I work hard. I've got a huge job to do. What did you say about windy? Must be get a cool breeze. It's the fan. It's only the fan here. The fan's here. I think because I moved the curtains a bit here. I moved the pole because it was starting to do that. So I lifted it up. I think I've sort of released it a little bit. Bit of paper's blown away. Okay, so on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, I believe that's linked below. No, it probably isn't, but anyway. Posted today a video called My Land and Local Area Photography in My Abandoned Rural Village in Cyprus. And next week's video on that channel is something a little bit different. It's a tour of a private horse ranch, and they've got this wonderful log cabin there. I can't show you inside because it's private, but the outside and the gardens, they've got some horses, trees, plants, fruits, flowers. Hey, glitter bombs. How do you keep up with your 3 channels? If it was me, I'd go stir crazy. Well, I actually this week posted one on Mike's channel for him as well. So I did 4 this week. And then I'm going, I seem to be so busy. What are you doing, Shirley? Hi, host. What are you, a newbie? A newbie or someone from another country that doesn't know me? And then on my dancing channel, today I posted, I'm doing a series on tap dancing amalgamations. Amalgamations are a few steps put together, so not necessarily long enough for a dance, but to practice and repeat. Or the whole series, you can join them all together and make a little dance. If you do ever go on my dance channel for fun, whatever subject you're looking at, go in the playlist and start with the first ones if you're new to that dance subject, because they progress and get harder and harder and harder. So obviously this, if you don't know how to do the steps in the first place, it's no good. You've got to start at the beginning. Now on the series, we're starting to put the steps together and add music and things like that. And then next week's going to be a ballet on Shaimon. Now on Shaimon is steps put together, means a chain or a link of steps. So there's that. Let's see. Or we missed. I missed some chat. Where's my mouse gone? Oh, he's up there. See, it's a man because he's doesn't get on with it. Where are we? Let's see. There we go. Blue, I think, was the last one. Oh, Peter saying hello. Blue said, Blue saying the carib's awesome. Peter says tree. Blue says, yes, it's a tree. It's also what they make dog chocolate from. Human chocolate as well, obviously. Toffee. I've said I want to go up when I'm allowed indoors, if ever, to go up to the Carib Mill, which isn't very far from here at all, where they make the toffee. And it's very strange stuff. I really want to do a film on it and get some and show you that you put it in the freezer. You have to keep it in the freezer or fridge, Mike? It's not there. Freezer. Pretty sure it's freezer. Yes, you put it in the freezer. And then it's solid. Like you have to hit it with a hammer, that sort of toffee. But if you take it out within a few minutes, it's all spendy and gooey. And then you eat some and put it back in. There's so much you can do with carob. They used to make the old vinyl records using carobs. Health benefits. I've done 2 videos all about the carobs and showing my neighbour coming and picking them the traditional way. They come and pick our trees, but I just handpicked some for something else to collect some seeds. What else? Lipstick. There's carabine lipstick, all sorts of things. I get it now. Seed grower. Oh, yeah, seed grower. I'm good at growing seeds. That's like, I can't remember whose channel it was on. I think it was probably Katie's one, I'm not sure, saying about how the watermelons, no, it's one of the channels doing the melons, doing the melon recipes. I'm saying I don't eat the melon seeds. I know people do, and the Cypriots all do, they just eat them. And it's currency. It's like smoking and burning your money. It's currency. So I pick every single seed out and save the seeds. You have a look in your garden for sure. Hope Bus, nice to see you back, my herbalist calls. Have a happy day. Good luck with that. You're doing great. I saw Shirley come in. Peter, how do you keep up with 3 channels? Oh, yeah. I have a plan, Peter. I've shown my plan. And if you literally just spread it out over the week, don't make too much of anything. So I used to just go, oh, right, I've got to do 3 channels because I post 3 times a week on this channel. So let's just take that. If you say, oh, right, during the week, I've got to make sure I've done 3. I wasn't keeping up with that. But now I've actually spread it out. I make 1 on a Monday, 1 on a Friday, 1 on a Saturday. Suddenly that's not too much. It's like, oh, I've just got to make a video. There. I've got loads of footage, so not very often do I have to film and make it. I film whenever I've got something to film, then I save it. Just save it on the computer. So I've got the footage, so it's not I go out, film, come back, edit. That would take too long for sure. So it's like today I just went out and there was a couple more things happening in the Hoogles, the progressives I last filmed. Oh, I'll just film that bit and film that bit, which is why sometimes you see a film of, say, the Hoogles, and I've got update. And sometimes I might put 3 videos in one or 2 videos in one because there's different progresses. Like at the moment down there, it's the cauliflower doing particularly well and the eggplants. So they're progressing more. And I suddenly thought today, I need to video because I've got different varieties of eggplant. And a lot of people have said they haven't seen the ball purple ones, not the sort of teardrop ones or the long ones, but not many people have seen the actual ball purple eggplants. And they're really good growing. They're about that big, the ball ones. And I thought, well, I better show those actually. And then I'll show the seed packet if I remember where I make that video. So it's not making a whole video, it's just editing. So there, I film things as I see things. And then it's like today I was making a tranquility one. And I was like, oh, what one shall I edit today? If they're time sensitive, I've got to do them. But some things, like I'm talking about the carrot meal, well, I can make that at any point. Doesn't mean I'm making it to post it. It just means I need to make another one to keep my amount up. Hey, Neil, how are you doing? How are you doing, Neil? Big hugs to Neil. I always send big hugs to Neil. Hope Us is a good channel, for sure. I've followed her for a long time. Long time. Good morning again. Oh, okay, Shirley. Toffee, yummy. Yeah, I really want to do that one. But as I say, the museum bit's indoory and can't do that at the minute. I've got lots of places I will take you guys. Lots of places. So that's what I've been posting or coming up. I'm looking, because I'm actually ahead, I got mixed up with my days. You know, I get mixed up with my days. If you want to see the beginning of this video, I'm in an ahhing about what actual time it is right now. I'm looking at the time and I still couldn't work it out. So that's a good example. So I got mixed up and I made a tranquility video yesterday, and I didn't have to make one yesterday. I just got mixed up. I don't know what day it is. I don't really care what day it is. So I got mixed up with that. So I'm ahead on tranquility. So I thought tomorrow, if I'm in the mood, I might actually do a live on tranquility tomorrow, because I do random Thursdays. Not every Thursday. In fact, I don't think I've done one for a month or a couple of months on there. So it's random Thursdays, random times, so I can catch people that don't match my times. So look out for that. Not promising, but seeing as I haven't now got to make a tranquility video, I could do a tranquility live. You will have to be a subscriber to it, because although I'm a fantastic mod, I'm just like not wanting to deal with it in the chat. I know you can still get them, but I'm on my experimental at the moment with my channel. I'm still big in experimental. Oh, talk about experimental. I've got two friends, Angela and Dick, which if you're in England, you'll probably know who they are because they're on TV quite a lot. They own a chateau in France, but they're English. And they are going to do a grand tour, take their channel tour. They're doing Australia and then New Zealand. And I can get you advance tickets if you're in Australia or New Zealand. So if you're interested, it's kind of, they talk about running their business and how they set things up. It's not just about chateau, but they tell a bit of their story. They talk about TV stuff and the stuff that I go into. We chat together about it, about behind the scenes and what really occurs and all that kind of thing. So they talk a bit about that kind of thing. They sell lots of products, decorative stuff and all sorts of things. So if you're in Australia or New Zealand and you're interested in going to those, then email me. My email's under most of my lives. I haven't put anything under this one today. Most of my lives is all my contacts and everything. So if you want interest in going to that, and I can tell you where they're going to go and all that, and get you advanced cheap tickets if you're interested. So I thought I'd just shout out that for them. What else? Oh, send me your questions. I've got a little list of questions now for a Q&A I want to do at some point. Random questions. So just really random, obscure questions. Not too weird. But just sort of questions that people don't ask, if you like. As in, people would think to ask, oh, that's a really good question. Those kinds of questions. So if you've got any of those, you can either email them to me, or you can put them in the chat, or you can put them in the comments under any video. Just put for your Q&A and I will do it. And if I read out a question from you, then I will give you a shout out as I read out the question. Therefore, if you want to ask me several questions, I will say your channel name every time I answer a question that you send me. So just put anywhere, just send me a question or questions and put for your Q&A, and then I'll know, or else I'll just be answering it willy-nilly. And if someone asks me a really random question anyway under a video, I've got to try and remember to also add that. So some randomized, obscure questions that people go, that's a really good question, or, oh, I've never thought of that before. I'm good at making up random questions. So if anyone wants to do that on their channel, I'm your person to ask you the questions. We should do some joint links, because I'm doing StreamYard on my other channel. So if any of you actually want to come up and do a full live with me rather than just pop on, pop off, I'm thinking about doing some joint lives on my other channel. And as I say, it's got to be a Thursday. It's because it's my only free day that I can really do it. And I can make my time link up with a time that's good for you and matches me. So if you want to do one, then it's best to email me about that, because then we can communicate. So yeah, if you want to do it, and we choose between us what we want a theme. We want a theme. It can be about your channel, or it could be about something else. We can do it. I have 2 rules about you coming on my live. As I say, you have to be a subscriber anyway. And you can't be in my live stream if you're someone who likes to just have your icon up or click in and out of the icon. So you must be yourself on the screen the whole time you're in my chat. I get people do it, and that's fine on other people's channels. But for me, it's a personal one-to-one experience of seeing someone and communicating. So there's that. So if any of you are interested in doing that with me, then email me, and I've got some people already in contact, but we do it. And you say what you want to talk about, or you don't care. I'd quite like to interview, but as I say, not the same olds that you probably, if you've been on other ones, they ask the same questions. You know me. Let's see. Who's saying hello to everyone? Peter says, wasn't toffee made with vinegar and sugar? It can be made in many ways. That's the old toffee apples, I believe, was made like that. The original toffee apples, not how they make it now. But Blue will know. Blue knows all things colour, that cooking. Cooking. I'm good at that now. I just changed the word. Cooking. Blue knows all things cooking, etc. Blue says, zips lips and sits on hands. Be good. No cheeky random questions. I believe on my list, well, there's already some Blue questions, if I remember rightly, Blue. Oh, they all want to know now what the questions were. Blue says, I'll come up any time you like, hun. I might be making dinner, but my mouth works separately to my hands. Well, we'll make it a time that you are free, because as I say, I want it to be like you see me here. I don't want people doing things or going on and off. If it's going to be sort of double chat like that, it's going to be for the length of time that we do it. But yeah, that would be great. I think we'd have so much fun together, Blue. So yeah, email me, and then I can add you to my email list that I'm making up. There is a kind of toffee made with a splash of vinegar. Do I have hives? No, I don't have hives. I'm quite well, thank you. No, there are not beehives, but there are plenty around here. And what they do, they move them around. They're just on land, and they move them to another bit of land. That's something else I do want to film, actually, and I'll probably include that, make a big honey video and all that with it. And they're quite homemadey, the hives. And as I say, if I want to video them, I've got to find where they are because they do move around, but they're always right round here. So it's because we're on the mountainside and they put them quite around our area. And it's because the higher up the mountain, obviously the bees and that are coming up for in the springtime, the spring flowers that are in the mountainsides. So yeah, it's not something I'm interested in myself. I just couldn't deal with all the care of them and all the rest of it. And I think with my inabilities, I think that could be a danger. And not interested in bees and wasps. And as you might remember, I had a hornet sting, was it last year or the year before, and ended up at the hospital. I've never had allergies to things like that, and they said you can just suddenly get it. And I I had problems there. I put pictures up of like my leg was like twice its size, and they said I was lucky that I went in. So yeah, I don't think I want to be with anything like that. I'm not interested in it. Mike's not interested in it. The outfits, you can still get bee stings as well, and I'm not into that. I'm not interested. I watch a lot of videos on beekeeping and that kind of thing. I'm like, no. It's actually very time consuming. I thought initially it was just, oh, you leave them and they get on with it. Oh, it's so time consuming. But no, not interested at all. Have I missed anything? No. Blue says, oh, good, Han, I can make it work. Yeah, I think we'll have fun. I think that would be incredible. Let me write that down, Blue, so I don't forget to add you to my list. But send me an email because it's easy to just copy and paste them across all together. And on your email, tell me what time of day for you, your English time, that would be most preferable on a Thursday. And then we'll say how long it's going to be that suits us both as well. We do that. Probably an hour. I would say an hour. So where you've got a clear hour with no phone. Peter says, always wanted to film inside a beehive, but I haven't worked out how to do it yet. But I'm looking into it as my friend has beehives. You take care. You take care. And, well, he will tell you, your friend, there's a certain time of year that's more preferable to mess about with them as well. So obviously not when the Queen's in one of her moodies. Yeah, I know a lot about them and a lot about beekeeping. But no interest here at all. Not at all. I'm not even overly fond of honey. I know it's really good for you and everything, but I think if you like honey, it's really worth considering and doing. So, Blue says, I'm up at 4 a.m. and go to bed at 8 p.m. So I'm free any time in between, but I'll email you. That's cool. Cool. So if you're 8, that would be my 10 p.m. anyway, so I won't be doing it then. Peter says, I just think it would be fascinating to film inside a beehive. Certainly would. I was watching the other day on your channel is it Lyra Birds? I was watching that one. That was so fascinating. Lyra Birds? You say Lyra Birds? I think you say Lyra. And if any of you haven't seen it, you need to see that one. As you probably all know, they're one of the birds that mimic everything. And where were they, Peter? I forget where they were. And they can mimic literally everything. And Peter had them film them. They're making noises of like a road digger. What do you call it? Road drill digger thingy. And they were doing that noise. And child's like shouting or screaming or something, and the workman, they'd sort of copied what the workman was saying, all sorts of things, everything they'd heard. And they were fascinating. I could watch more of that. Lyra bird, an amazing bird. They mimics human voices and children screaming. Yeah, one was doing like that. What do you call that drill thing? That doing the drill, road drill thing. I was like, or saw. They were doing the saw. They'd been cutting down trees or something, and they were copying the saw cutting down the trees. It's amazing. I was like, oh, it's finished. I could have just watched that. That was amazing. Should have put it on loop. Blue says, yeah, I've had one of those terrify me once. It was mimicking a baby crying. We were in the middle of nowhere. Was that when you was in Oz? They're amazing. What's the other bird? Minor bird. That's the one I know that's really good at copying things. Yeah, I think it's called a minor bird, isn't it? Yeah, imagine those two together having a conversation. That would be quite funny. I was like, wow. What else? Oh, I wanted to ask, I've got one channel that I'm in contact with, but if any of you do geocaching, I want to know more info on the property you used to live on. Cool. Yeah, you've got some terrific birds in Oz. Really pretty. Peter, the Lyra bird could be great for evidence if mimicking a crime. Oh, I have a joke about that. I won't be able to find it now. I'll look up the joke about that. It's a really good joke. Yeah, something like that. Yes, that's it. I have my own little conversation. I won't be able to find it just looking for it. I'll be like ignoring you, looking for it. Blue says, right, okay. Now I know her. I didn't know she did geocaching. How did I miss that? I know Alicia. I'll write it down so I can. All right. Because I go to every place and there's nothing there. But somebody else said they don't look like they show you they look like bolts and things like that, like they're disguised. And I'm like, I'm getting really confused because on the site it just shows you like, the old camera film cases. It shows you like that for like the small ones. And I was like, well, I went there and there was nothing there. It's a signpost. So I know this one of the ones I found for sure. It's definitely it. There's nothing else anywhere. And it's a signpost. I know it's there. And I said to her, it's probably gone because all there was the signpost. And it's kind of it's bolted onto the post, the actual sign. And it's sort of a little bit shelfy, and because it's sort of the shelf, it's bolted, and then the sign sticks up here like a proper road sign. And I said, it was probably on the shelf bit because there's nowhere else for it, and it's either blown away or something, or it's got taken. And I said, because all there is the bolt holding the sign on. She goes, no, that could have been it because they look like bolts. And then she showed me on her channel how she said, this is a clever one hidden. And she said, look. And I was like, what's she on about? And it's the bolt. It's a bolt. So I need help. I need help. Grandma Grows. Hi there. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing? What are you doing on your channel? Because I haven't been for a while. So tell us all what you're doing over there. And same for all of you. This is your space. My channel's a bit different. My chat is your space to let everyone know about your channel, what's happening on your channel, or what your channel is about if your channel name doesn't give it away, or if there's other things you do on your channel apart from what your title is. So connect, guys. Put something about what you're just posting or a channel video that you need us to go and watch. Let us know. Where are we? Right, that was very helpful, Blue, that info. Peter says, can't wait for spring, only a couple of weeks. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. We're still sweltering from our summer. Summer here until November. Peter says, Dawn, just after 1:20 Thursday morning, must get some shut-eye. Been great chatting. Until we meet again, best wishes to everyone. Stay well. So go over to Peter's channel, especially look out for this Lyra bird one. You can't miss it because it's got a picture of the Lyra birds, and I'm sure the title said something about that. So do go and check that out. And thanks for coming, Peter. Always appreciated. Grandma Grows. Oh, Mr. Colin Waffles show. Hello. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hello. Grandma Grow says, I'm okay. I've mostly shorts. I just vlog about what I'm growing. What are you growing right now? What's your best thing to grow? Oh, look, there's a kitty for you, Colin. Oh, it's a little kitty. What is your best thing? All of you, what is your absolute best thing right now? What is growing your best? I've said earlier, for me, my cauliflower's coming along mighty fine. It's only my second year of growing cauliflower, so first year's always a bit of a trial, and I did do well. I got loads of florets. This year I put them in the hugel bed, whereas last year I did it in a raised bed. So I'm going to see what's going on with that. Shirley saying lettuce. Lettuce for sure, Shirley. Lettuce. And my aubergines, again, I grew those in raised beds last year. I got one raised bed full of them this year, but I wanted to try them in hugels. And yeah, they're staying in hugels. I've got them in the raised bed still as well, but no, they're not going to stay in there. Oh, Grandma Grow says ground cherries are dropping like crazy. That's fab. Are you jamming with them? Or jelly, making jelly or jam with those? Digging for help. Okay, I finished editing. It's all right. We've just been talking about you while you've been away. Talking about watermelons. Blue says, oh, we're saying digging for health. What's the thing you're growing the best this year? What's your one thing that's doing really well? And also we're saying put about what your recent videos are if you want to promote your videos for any people here that don't know you or haven't been over lately. Blue says, have to redo my brassicas. I've got the mouse in the way. Ooh, don't like it when it's on the chat because I might block you. Had to redo my brassicas because the pigeons are the seedlings, but I have summer squash and pumpkins and the red borlotti beans. I don't know what borlotti beans are. I missed that. Are doing awesome. Digging for health. I need to check my ground cherries too. You guys are all doing well. I haven't got cherries. Maybe that's something I should get. I have to ask Mike if he's interested in cherries. We could have a nice cherry tree. I want a cherry tree with cherry blossom. He's going to sleep. Kit's hurt his leg today. I've just made a video about Kit on my other channel. Look, I'm looking at you all. Look. Who are they? Who are those people in there? Grandma Grow says, I eat them fast as I find them. That's like us when we do our apricots. We've only got 2 apricot trees, but they all fall at the same time. I make crumble. Yes, I know you want me to stroke you continually. Yeah, hold my hand then. Don't let me escape. Don't let me escape. What are you doing now? Digging for watermelons take over my yard. Really? But now pumpkin's almost overtaken the watermelon patch. Good grief. We're going to get lots of videos on what to do with pumpkins. Yeah, I like the titles of your videos. Make me laugh. Digging for health. Ground cherries are kind of like sweet tomatillos. Dawn doesn't know what they are either. Not actual cherries. If you try them, I think pineapple ground cherries are best. Ooh, never heard of those either. They sound nice. Sherry sent me pineapple tomato. I'm growing those at the moment. Sweet kitty. It's Mr. Colin Waffles. He's snoring now. Don't know if you can hear him. He might be too far away. Where are we? Jingle bells. Hi, I see a pumpkin week in my future. Yes. Yes, we've all seen, we've all been watching the videos where Mr. Gary is like, I'm done with trying these things. Come on, grows, digging for health. Pineapple ground cherries are delicious. I'd love to try some of those. Squirrel says, yum. Yum. Squirrels is doing well good with her mini garden. I would say, Squirrely, you've got more indoor than outdoor. I think Blue's given me a word conundrum here. It's called physalis, or Cape Gooseberry. Thank you. Know it now. Cape Gooseberry. I know that now. Right. They're yummy. Have you heard of husk tomatoes? No, Pinot. Some people call tomatillos husk tomatoes. No, I don't know really many varieties of tomato. I only know your standard cherry, plum. Everyone's talking about these beefsteak tomatoes. What's those big ones I've got? They're not beefsteak tomatoes. Can you see him? Look, he's asleep in my fingers. Look, is his nose? He's actually between my fingers. Oh, I've woken him up now. Oh, look, he's going to sleep like that now. Vine tomatoes. This is how he sleeps. He likes to I'm trying to lift him up a bit so you can see him. But he normally puts his snout in my hand and sleeps like that. I want to see you. You're amusing. He's actually on my knee. My knee's right up. His chin's on my knee. Oh, it's comfy. My tomatillos are big and kind of tart. You off or what? It's not very comfy with my legs up, is it? You've got no lap. No lap. I can't see the screen now. Yes, I agree. Mine are too. I see ground cherries as a sweet version. Maybe it's a husk that makes me think that. It's funny, isn't it, how tomatoes are all so different tasting. So different. I can hear you. You're very loud. Yeah, tomatoes are funny. While we're talking of veg, I'm still investigating more things to freeze. Can you freeze parsnips? Can anyone tell me if you can freeze parsnips? Your kitty is so sweet. Yeah, we made a video of Kit today. But this is Mr. Colin Waffles. Look, he just hangs and goes to sleep. He just hangs. It's called alive, Colin, not asleep. It might be possible. Yes, you can freeze parsnips. Never grown parsnips. Okay, so Blue, if you freeze them, do you have to blanch or anything them first, or can you just Squirrels is there. Blanch them. Squirrels is there. I told you, Squirrels, you knows things. You knows things. I think you know more than you think you know. I knows. You knows things. Do you know what this cat is doing? Look, Mike calls him Batman because him and Kit run around together like lunatics. So it's Batman and Robin. But then Kit licks him to death. He lays on top of him and licks him for about an hour and he just lays there like this. So I'm saying, well, if he's Batman, then Kit should be Alfred, which was Batman's butler because he tended to all his needs. Where are we? I can't see the screen. It's going fast. I think you're right. Blanch, roast, or match. Right, let me write it down. Somehow. Let's find some paper. Get some paper. That woke you up, didn't it? Get some paper. Let's get the information down. Right. Oh, now it's blowing on the floor because I've got the fans going mad. It's all right. Me and Colin are fine. He's on my lap now. He's still here. Where were we? Blanch, parsnips. Blanch. Roast or mashed. Oh, he's jumped down. Did you see the table go? Freeze well. Excellent. So what else? Because I've got a list of things I'm going to freeze. I haven't got the list. What else? He's snoring. He's snoring. He's loud. They're all loud. Pebbles is probably the worst snorer. Oh my goodness, she is loud. We can hear her in the next room snoring. That's how loud she is. He won't see her in here. She doesn't come in very often. Is that a fire one, Mike?
No.
Fire helicopter. Can hear going over the house. Yeah, so parsnips. What other veggie? We're doing broccoli, cauliflower. You can freeze cabbage, right? You freeze cabbage? Carrots, obviously, peas. Obviously, I'm doing all my zucchinis, etc. Aubergines, and I'm using those as I go, really, so they're not really an issue. Mind you, I'm getting a lot more now. I hear they're a bit difficult, aubergines or eggplants. I'm doing onions and I'm doing leeks. You'll still have harvesting baby corn. I've just done mine and now I've got a second wave. I've got one actual sweet corn plant that's taller than all the others. And I say it hasn't done anything. It hasn't even got I call them corn ears. It hasn't even ever had that on top. It's just nothing, but it's huge. I'm like, if I had loads of them, I'd be in a proper corn field. You can feed pretty much anything. Cool. I wouldn't do, obviously, cucumber, lettuce, stuff like that. Digging for health. I just got a shipment notification for our freeze dryer. Oh, you've been waiting for that. Oh, I see videos coming up. You'll be like me with my chopper. When I got my chopper, everything I could find got chopped. And you'll be like, right, freeze dry. Everything's going to freeze dry, but that will be a help for you. Oh, that'd be great. Aubergines need blanching first. Yeah, I hear a lot of people say they're quite a difficult thing. Let me write it down. And then some people talk about completely baking them first and then freezing that. I don't know. Aubergines need blanching. I'm doing chilies and peppers. Now what I've come up with, blanching first, this is from a guy who grows chilies and peppers for a living. That's his thing. He's a chili and pepper farm. And he says they're fine. They do lose their flavour a bit, but not enough not to worry, as long as you keep them in big pieces. So the smaller you cut them, then you lose that. I'm only repeating what I've heard. You're going to be so tired of me freeze driving everything. No, because of the joy you do when you do anything, you're like, so inspirational and so enthusiastic, and you're just so inspiring. Like, oh, literally in the 2 seconds I start playing your videos, I'm smiling. I don't care what you do, but you're just like full of beams as soon as you come on. I love that. I love that. I actually like, I haven't been down for a long time, but I like, oh, let's see what you're doing over there. And I click on it and I'm smiling in 2 minutes. You freeze dry everything. That would be funny. Try and think of a little twist to those videos, and that'd be like really funny. A series. What can freeze dry? Your mother-in-law ordered it for me. Oh wow, that'd be nice. That's nice to have a mother-in-law to order stuff for you. Oh wow. Lou says they are better cooking before freezing. I've put them in a grill pan and frozen them fine as well, but I prefer to pack them in oil. Right, okay. Better cooking first. You put them in a grill pan and frozen them. Pack them in oil. Okay. I think that's half the battle, isn't it? As long as you pack things right. And I'm doing with the onions, like, what do you call it? Like, I'm going to say the wrong word, scare freeze. What do you call it? Scare freeze. It's not that, is it? What do you call it when you like just fast freeze them quick? Scare freeze. That's not right, is it? No. What's the word Dawn's looking for? Anyway, you something freeze them like really quickly as onion rings. So I'm slicing the onions completely in the leeks and then pressing them out to make like onion rings, and then fast freezing for like literally a couple of minutes. And then I put them in a freezer bag because I don't have any of these fancy seal bags and all that. Put them in a freeze bag, make sure they're as airtight as I can make them. And then because I've scare freeze them first, I hope someone flash freeze. Thanks. I like scare freeze. Flash freeze. I'm going to write flash down because I'm going to say it again wrong otherwise. Flash freeze. Yeah, and then because I've scare freezed them first, you're probably like, well done, Dawn, you've learned now finally. But it's my first year of doing anything like this. So I scare freeze them, and because I onion rings separately, then in the bag, when I freeze them properly, they're not supposed to then stick together. Flash freeze, hum. I always like the hum. I'm being polite. You idiot, Dawn. It's hello, it's flash freeze. Hum. Yeah, scare freeze. No, you can't go on your channels. Go, I was on a weird channel the other day. She comes out with all these weird things. Do you think scare freeze is good though? Scare freeze. Because they think they're going to be totally frozen. And no, you take them out and they're like, oh, we're saved from the freezer. And then you bag them up and put them in for a life. It's scare freeze. Scare freeze. I think that's more appropriate. It's like when you're a moderator, they call it a wrench. I'm sorry, that is a spanner. It is not a wrench. If you know what a wrench is, that is not a wrench. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to learn any new words, perhaps I'm somewhere who starts these new words off and people go, where did that word ever come from in the first place? Don't we have freezer bags? Oh, yeah, and you want the air out. Have a bowl of water. Oh, this is a good tip happening. Have a bowl of water and dip the bag in the water. It pushes the air out and then zip it up. I just have ties because I don't even afford the pressy ones. That is great. It works like a vacuum sealer without the fancy gadget. Vacuum. I could get the vacuum cleaner on, do such. It might take the vegetables as well. I could do a video, could I? Spoof what I've learned. So you scare freeze, and then you need to use vacuum sealing. So you get the vacuum cleaner out. This'll work. Oh no, where's my vegetables gone? You thought you were scared, but not now. You're up the vacuum cleaner. Right, let me just write something so I will remember. Bowl of water. Oh, running out of paper. Airtight. Look, I'm learning a lot. I might be silly, but I'm learning. Airtight. It bag in bowl. I'm trying to think English. In bowl of water. The reason is I'm quicker working. I'm quicker writing in Greek, but the words are 10 times as long. Dip bag in bowl of water. And it pushes it out. There we go. There we go. I love you, Tawny. That's great information. What, to use a vacuum cleaner to get the air out? Yes, you heard it here first. It's a great tip, Blue. Don't you like my tip with the vacuum cleaner to get the air out? Never mind your new gadget. It's a great tip, Blue. Never heard of the water trick. Blue's got all sorts of things up her sleeve. We just have to prompt her to share some of them sometimes because she's got so many. Ask her anything. She's got your answer. It's an awesome way of doing it. Cat's laughing again. Grandma grows. I'm just turning the light on in case you wonder why you've got my shoulder in your face. I start to go grainy. That's not me. That's the screen. It's because I use the YouTube webcam. It's not the best, but it's instant. Lively faces. I'll be waiting for your video how that vacuum works for you. Do you know what? I think I kind of want to do that now. So we got to say about scare freezing. This is what I say. Hold on, let me write this down. And use vacuum cleaner. Vacuum. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to have to remember who was in the chat then. And we can say you were there. So Grandma Grows was talking with it. Blues. Self-reliance. And digging for health. I'll say you guys inspired me to make my video. Yeah. Ever stuck for an idea to make a video? Just make a load of tosh. Oh, you know what I could do as well? Oh, let me write this down. Right, I think at the beginning, I need to add a disclaimer. You know how, I don't know if any of you guys have had to do it for anything, but you add a disclaimer to say, like, this is just the way I do it. And this isn't meant to be like a tutorial, or I don't have any professional qualifications. Disclaimer. You got some herbs that need a haircut. Okay, it's been real fun with you. If I make that video, you're going to get a shout out. So thanks for being here. Tag me, laugh out loud. I love a good parody. I was being serious. You think it's a parody? What could I could call it something about first year of what do you call it? Prepping? No, because I've done prepping. I'll have to think of something clever. Happy birthday, by the way. It's, YouTube birthday, but thanks for that. I've missed a comment back there. Mousy. Blue says, yeah, I'll be waiting for the video on how that vacuum cleaner works for you. That is going to be funny. It's an awesome way of doing it. Oh, it's Grandma Grows. I need to get some more videos out, but I'm going mad with the interwebs. It took me 32 hours to upload last time. Good grief. And they call me off grid. Yeah, a bit annoyed at the moment. A lot of channels. They're hitting Portugal at the moment with all the what do you call it, like sponsorships and products, free products and all that. And I've looked into it. Yeah, they're hitting Portugal because they reckon there's far more Brits there than anywhere else at the moment, and they reckon they're the ones that go and buy, so on and so forth. So they're getting all the free products, and they're all getting Starlink free, and they're only paying a minimal usage for it if they're sponsoring Starlink. So I was like, oh, we could do with that, but you can't get. I get sponsorships here offered, but they're not. What do you say? Like the ones that go round or YouTube. The ones I've forgotten the name of it. It's not YouTube ads. What's the other thing on YouTube where it's all sponsorships? When you're over 1K, you get them all, but the YouTube ad type ones. You can't get those in Cyprus, but I do get sponsorships offered by private companies. I won't do them because most of them have so far been for like these mini solar-y things. They're really only good for camping, but they're hitting all the homesteaders with them because they feel if the homesteader says they're really good, oh, they're good for an off-grid homesteader, that'd be great for me. And they're not. Mike's looked into them. He said, don't do them. He said, everyone's saying they're good and whatever, but the actual brands I've been offered, they're no good. So you can power up a couple bits and then you have to recharge it again. They're not for homestead love. They're great for camping and things like that, but I won't promote it as a homesteader because then people look up to you and think, oh, well, they're off grid. They think it's really good. So I've been offered quite a few things. I've been offered lots of gaming stuff. I don't do gaming. I won't do things that aren't anything to do with what I do and things like that. So I've declined quite a lot. But the actual, it's not AdSense, but it's via all that inter stuff. You can't get those ones in Cyprus. They're only doing America, Canada, England, Portugal. They're the only ones that are allowed to do those ones. Anyway, I could talk all day about that kind of rubbish. Where are we? Where are we? Are we? Blue. It is here, hun. It's making me have to think twice before doing anything. I put not a tutorial sometimes when I have a fail. Hope you can upload another soon. Blue says, me too, hun. I will just need to not dread it and just let it be part of the process. It's an ADHD thing. My brain isn't liking it at all. You can't get Starlink or cities or towns on rural over here just now. Well, I'm not sure why, because it's worldwide and it's based on satellite, so it shouldn't matter about what's about, unless it's just not available there. I don't know. I wouldn't use it. As I say, Mike knows all about these kind of things, and we've heard so many things that when people promote it, it's really good. They stop promoting it, and then I suppose it's like a lot of internet services, isn't it? That when you buy something and subscribe, it's all good, and then it's like the realism comes into play, as in they shift your status, and as they say, these satellites are okay, but one's only got a shift, and there's so much up there. So people that have reviewed it are then saying it's not good. It's very expensive as well. Depends what the deal is, but I won't touch it. And it's one of these things, once you've got it, then you're stuck with it because you have to sign up for years. Blue, completely understand. I call it squirrel brain. I'm all over the place when I'm trying to record. Inclusive Huggles. Digging for Health. They put fibre optic cables in here for our internet connection. I can't afford that super fast one, but it seems even our regular blast internet is faster than it used to be. Don't ask me why, but we're on a different service here now, and we've been on it a year, maybe a year, I'm guessing. I'm not very good with time spans. Maybe a year. And now we've gone to do the next contract, and they put the price down, but we're up to 2 levels higher of speed and whatever else. But then that's Cyprus for you. Things go down as well as up. It's pretty cool. Lou, legality of licenses, right? It's only allowed in rural areas where there's no fibre optics. Right, okay. That makes sense. That makes total sense, sure. It's bonkers money, honestly, hun. Like $250 a month, I'm not paying that, no. And as I say, if it seems like, I don't know if it's everywhere, but a lot of countries, you have to now, it used to be a year contract for things, now it's 2 years, and then you can't make any changes, but they can make whatever changes they want within that time for TV and all that sort of thing. We don't do subscription. No, we pay as we go. Exactly, it's expensive like that here too. I'll be right back, going to grab a snack. Oh, what's she bringing us? Should we put in some emojis of what we'd like? Let's have, should we have bananas? Have banana. Oh, watermelon. Watermelon, because she's been doing watermelons all over the place. Watermelon. Oh, I have. Here we go. Wait. Oh, have you got any watermelon? That's it. Oh, let's post it to her. Copy. Just ignore me a minute. There we go. When she comes back, there's a message for her. She can't get rid of the watermelons. Now my chat's blowing small. Can we come out of that? No, we're stuck with that chat now. Small. So I don't like putting emojis in when it's my channel. There we go. That's quite funny. Oh dear. I think that's quite funny. Did you like that? That's special to you. That's special. I thought you'd like that. A special message for you. Tanny called. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, I thought that was so funny to put that. I see more flowers on our watermelon vine. Oh no. How many actual seeds did you put in? How many kind of have you got from how many actual seeds? Or do you just put some in? You don't really know. How big was the area? Because, yeah, you have been a bit OTT on those. Definitely OTT on those. For sure. Oh, dear. I find I can get them started and then they just really slow down growing. But then, I don't know, it's extreme heat, who knows. Treasure Woman. Hi there, Treasure Woman. How are you doing? I'm just making notes on how I grow stuff. I've lost... Where's the other bit gone? Where's the other bit? Oh, there. I've got so many bits of paper here. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. See, look, I've got paper, 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 paper. Do you have paper clips? I want to paper clip that together because I don't want to lose that advice I got given. Because there's some top advice there. Got some top advice there today. Got a video to make. A video request. What else we got? We don't need that. That's about the emojis. The new emojis that are coming out. That's my growy. That's the growy. And that's my video to make. Did I put video to make? Where's it gone? Hey, where's my video to make? Write it. Video. Circle it. It's there. Where are we? I'm good. Just had lunch. Oh, wait. I've got to go back a bit. There's some chat I've been messing about. That's in my to-do pile. Right, I'm sorted. 5 varieties. The area was tiny. They grew into the lawn. You know what you want to do? You want to say you're going to scare freeze them. Scare freeze them. Did you make any of my cocktail? You should have made some of my cocktail. Just had lunch. It's my evening meal time here. It's just after 7 p.m. Blue says, I made this awesome salad watermelon. Can't stop eating it. You were saying you were making that. I'm going to make things with my basil now. I went on Bunky's channel and she's got recipes, simples. Digging for Health says, the soil patch where I planted them was about 8 by 4. Most of the watermelons were from 2 types and I planted 3 seeds of each type. So while I put in a total of 25 seeds, only 5 plants produced all. I made more watermelon lemonade. Ah, we know who'll be trying that then. Oh dear. That's the annoying thing, isn't it? Things don't go all year, so you'd rather things. I was saying about my apricots. I've only got 2 trees of apricots, but then they all come out at once. And if you don't literally pick them within a day, they're all on the floor, and then the ants like those. And so I just make crumble. I make crumble with whatever else is about. So I do quince. I grow quince here. So quince and apricot goes quite well together. Blue, is your watermelon salad the one with the feta? I love that one. I would think it is. That's the one we were in the last live, I think, wasn't it? Or was that on Blue's live? Can't remember now. I never know whose house we're in when we have these conversations. It was either on Blue's one or my last one. I think it's my last one. Not sure. Because we were talking about Cyprus cheese, weren't we? I think it was in my last one. I think it was. Oh, I feel tambourine time coming on. It is indeedy. Feta, green and black olives. I hate olives. Red onions and fresh dill. Tambourine time. Do you know what tambourine time is? If you've been watching for a long time, you will know. I have a bag of letters. Not lettuce, letters. And I do a lucky dip of a letter without looking. Hope it's not Z or X or something like this. Switch them about. And then dive, grab one. Oh, G. We had G last time. G. So I look in my Great Supporters book and we look under G and I pick someone out from G and then someone in the G I shout out their channel. So I think today I should mark who we picked last time, because last time we talked about Jeannie's Point. So let's mark this time. Today for G, I will choose the channel Garden, Quilt and Art Traditions. And the Traditions is ZS on the end. And that's Ellen's channel. Let's type it in. Would be a long one, wouldn't it? Would be a long one. Garden, quilt and art tradition. I've got ZS there, traditions. And this is host Ellen's channel. And she's a lovely lady. She really is. She lives in a community complex, and they have a garden which she likes to help grow all the stuff in the garden. She's a really lovely lady, and she teaches you how she does things the old ways from her grandma and so on and so forth. And funny enough, I said to her on her channel, she gave a few tips for jam making like the old ways, some simple tips, and one was what I had said on my live on Monday. And I said to her, I'm so thrilled that something I'm promoting to do when making jams is something you say is an old traditional way. So I was so pleased with that. So do go and check her out, and don't forget, guys, if you do go over to someone's channel recommended here, you do let them know how you knew of it. Trying to come down my chat. Oh, it's hard now because my chat's tiny. Oh, I'm trying to move it really slowly down. Oh, we're down to the watermelon bit. Oh, the salad feta. Oh, don't go too far, though. Oh. I need to keep up with the chat now, or else I won't be able to find it. Blue says, yes, indeed. He feta, green and black olives, red onion, fresh dill. That's where we are. Look out. Dawn's channeling Stevie Nicks. What's Stevie Nicks? What's Stevie Nicks? What's Stevie Nicks? Channeling Stevie Nicks? No idea. No idea. Oh, he also has different ingredients. Oh, wow. It's gone too fast. There we are. Digging G. Laugh out loud. Oh, there's mine. Oh, that's where I am. Have to check her out. She is a lovely lady. Do let her know that I gave her a shout out. She is really lovely. She's just adorable. I just want to go and hug her. She's one of those. And often while she's making something or showing you something, it's not just quilts and all that. There's lots of other content, and while she's doing things or making something, she talks about her past and she remembers things from her childhood, and I just love it. I really do. It's what I call warm channel, as in just makes you feel all snuggly and lovely listening to her stories. You always shout out great channels. My community are all great. It's sad, there's quite a lot of my community that don't have channels, and that's like, I so want you to meet them and talk more with them. They've got some really interesting stuff, and when they come on my comments, I often say, oh, tell me how you're getting on with this and this and this, because that's the only way we chat. Stevie Nicks is the lead singer. Oh, Fleetwood Mac would be really annoyed with me. I do like Fleetwood Mac. It's the girl, isn't it? Stevie Nicks. Of course. Oh, of course. I would be astounded. See, that's how I am random. It's like if I meet you in the street, I'll probably go, oh, I recognise you, but I can't work out who you are because you're not in the right place. You know that? I know how you can bump into someone and recognise that you don't know, but even if I know you, if you're not in your right environment, I'm lost. I'm well lost. Are we always nice? You shout out great channels. I've made some really good friends from your suggestions. Oh, that's lovely to know. That's one here I was laughing on. I think it was Monday, and say about I liked all these shout outs, and I say in my chat when I remember, oh, promote your channel, and you're all going to each other's channels. And when I go on chats or comments, I see some of you in them. I'm like, oh, you've come over because I know you're not normally there. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is great. And my numbers are just stagnant. They're just stagnant. And all these other channels go, whoa, whoa. Yes, I know now. I remembered. Like, oh my God, Dawn. Oh my God. Not, oh my God, Han. Oh my God, Dawn. Yes, it is she, the one, the black crochet coat or shawl and the tambourine. Yeah, Mike's funny. He knows all their inside out stories and that, which I'm sure you do. Yeah, there's all big stories about, didn't she go with someone else or something in the group or something? I can't remember. But yeah, there's stories, isn't there, about their lives and what's happened to them. I could see me having to give you a music lesson. Do you know what? I'm no good anymore with actors, actresses, who sung what song and all that. That part of my brain's just, it's not memory per se, but it's that sort of part. And when that kind of thing first started happening, I'm like, I can't remember who's who and people's names, and so I have to write down channel names and that. Sometimes I'd say, like, even yours, Blue, I'll be, oh, it's Blue Self something, and you know, it just loses me, even though I know it. And that's why I keep saying to people, if I haven't been on your channel for a while, remind me, because it's gone, and I'm like, but when I started losing things like that, I thought I had Alzheimer's or dementia or something like that early onset, because it's very similar, lots of things like that. And he's no, it's because like a lot of your brain's destroyed. It's almost your brain's getting rid of stuff that isn't important to utilize the memory that you do still have, the little space, the little file you've got left of memory. And but as I say, I was more worried about Alzheimer's than that, because I remember a lot of the past. But so saying that, Alzheimer's and dementia, you remember all that and not so much of what happened yesterday. With me, I've only got fragments of the past anyway, so it's interesting. But yeah, I like the way it wasn't Hun, it was Dawn. And no Dawny, no Dawny, there's Dawn. Like my mother telling me off, Dawn. No Dawny now. That's like, oh dear. But yeah, as I say, we watch Pointless. And if you know Pointless, it's a quiz show, and you get faces up like on the screen, and like you have to say who the faces are or what they've been in or who won an award, these kind of questions. And I'm like, yeah, I know him, I know her, I know him, can't tell you their names. And then I said, oh yeah, because that one was the one in the film. And then I was like, oh, but I can't remember the film name, but I know what it is in my head. It's like, well, I can't find words. It's weirdo Dawn. Where are we? Digging for health. I get very forgetful. I have damage to my cervical spine yet. That reduces the amount of spinal fluid getting to my brain. I also have thyroid problems, so I'm pretty much a space cadet. Cool. Well, not cool, but cool. We're in the boat. Have to go. Tanny's home. It's been great, Blue. And yeah, keep reminding me to make my vacuum cleaner video. I tell you what, guys, if I do make it, you've all got to promote it on your channels. Will do. Yeah, and then if I get any money from that video, you'll be like, where's our share? Where's our share? Give me. Oh dear, I do have a laugh. That's what I like best about these videos. I kind of prefer the Wednesdays to the Mondays. Mondays I do like to give information and things, but yeah, Wednesday's a breeze. As I say, I might do Thursday because I've still got to play around with StreamYard. I've used it a few times, but I feel like, I don't know, there's some more to discover. I do Canva. Will drive you to YouTube fine. Yeah, was it you? Someone was saying recently that the ones you really work hard on and spend time making a video get you nothing. The just the other ones just put that up, and they're the ones that do well. So I will put time into it, so I won't be coming real soon because I want to be creative with it. And obviously if you go film and set up shots and they're the things that take ages, so probably won't do that well, but yeah, we'll share it around. And so do Canva, which is like a upgraded Photoshop, I suppose. And call me stupid, I know it's for doing, like, you can make your banners and your thumbnails and all the rest of it. I've been doing that and I've been having fun with those. I don't pay for it, it's all the free bits, but there's quite a bit on there free, and I've been having fun with that. And I thought, right, I'm going to actually now go and look at a tutorial on it, because when something's new like that, you might miss something you can do, or they show you a simpler way rather than when you just play with it. You might be going around the houses or find something a bit simpler with it. So I watch Justin Brown. If you want a YouTuber that doesn't go thumbs up, like, promote and all that, they just get on with it. And for me, I find it very hard to follow tutorials these days. He's very simple with it. He doesn't talk down like you're a beginner, but it's very basic from the beginning. So I thought, right, I'll go on there. Excuse my knee. I thought, yeah, I'll just go on Justin Brown. So do look up Justin Brown if you want anything. That's what it's called, Justin Brown. And he's got tutorials on literally anything you can think of, YouTube and all sorts. And I went on that, and the first thing I clicked on, it's editing your video. It's a video editor too. I was like, I didn't even know that. So yeah, I'm assuming there's other things in there now as well. So I haven't had time to really sit and watch it properly, because, as I say, I can't use these editing suites where you've got to move this bar along all the time. You know my issues. I can't move a bar along and cut and da. So I'm stuck with my one. But if my one goes kaput, because you can't import it to any, this is Windows 10, I think. You shouldn't have it on here, but Mike played around to get it on, but he can't get it on other computers. Friends have said, oh, can you put it on for me? He can't now transfer it for some reason anymore. So when this computer goes kaput, I'm going to be a bit stuck for editing, because most of them I can't use because of my situations. So I'm going to look into this Canva one. So yeah, so if you didn't know, it looks quite simple. I want to see what you can do on it, because the new Movie Maker, you can't do the animations and things that I like to do. So I'm going to look at that. Digging for Health says, I sometimes spend hours editing a 5-minute video and it will flop, but then I throw up an unedited mess. It's like 500 views. My biggest ones, I got to 1K before I did any lives or anything. I just got to 1K on all 3 of my channels. And I was like, how did I get to that? And the reason was I put up goat videos. If you look at any of my goat videos now, they're like ridiculous Ks now. Goat videos. It's handy having goats locally. Can you hear that? It's a fire plane, helicopter. Don't know if you can hear that. Going over my house. The house trembles. Oh yes, that was me. Yeah, I thought it was you. I got over 100,000 views on a short with a grumpy chicken. Yeah, I don't do shorts. I don't have a phone that you can do them on anyway, but I'm not a fan. I can't watch anything for long that's the short version, as in vertical portrait. I can't watch anything. If you've got something big and you're showing, say, just chickens or something, I can do that. But if it's anything much else, I do try and avoid them. You use Filmora. I don't know that. I'll look that up. I haven't got any paper now. Filmora. Haven't heard of that one. I will look it up. Filmora. Is that for video editing or what? I love that now. Maybe I just need a chicken cam. Yeah. If you can do time lapse on your phones, can't you? So just leave one there for a bit and time lapse it. What's the sound? I can barely hear it. It's a fire helicopter because we don't have fire brigade here. We live on the mountains. It's there was one near the beginning of my life. We heard go across, and there's a big dam near us. So sometimes the fire helicopters go and get the water from the dam. I stopped making shorts even though I got a lot of views. I don't feel they brought in anyone that wanted to watch my regular videos. No. I watch them occasionally. If I haven't been on a channel for a long time, I want to say, hey, I'm still there, I'm still watching, but I don't really have time. I like to actually watch something. I try and keep mine around 10 minutes because I feel it's not too long, but it depends obviously what I'm filming, but I try and keep them 10 minutes or less around that. Some are a bit longer because I think that's long enough. Some, as I say, some have been longer. It depends what I'm doing. For more as a video editor. Cool, I'll look that up. Is it easy? Easy. Video editor. I will look at that. I assume it's a no pay because I don't pay for Nout. I think they attracted a lot of people in to do shorts because they were finding people doing Instagram and that kind of thing, and they thought, well, let's bring those people over. And they made all this big announcement about they had to put money and they'd be finding people and put it on the shelf, they called it, and then give them the money and all that. No. I think shorts are too short, as in if you want to see something, by the time you clicked on it, won't watch them at all. Some channels that we watch in the evening, if he sees a short, he actually dislikes it. He doesn't watch any of your channels. I'm talking about like the big channels. And he's like, I don't want to watch a short. I'm on it to watch a video instead of watching TV. And particularly if we're eating dinner, that you see a short is finished. It's like, oh, fuck down and all that. So he doesn't like them at all. He says it's not the platform for it. This is for creators. If you want shorts, go on the other social medias. I don't know if they're on everything. I don't have any other social media. Yeah, TikTok's really in trouble at the minute. Oh my goodness. It's I can't say it, but adults looking at children. That's most of the subscriptions on there at the moment, and it's proven. I've just been watching a psychologist talking about it, and he's got proof, and parents are still letting their kids put stuff out on it, and it's actually proven, and they're actually replying to the children with nasty messages and nasty things, and a lot of the parents are, oh no, it must be pretend and it must be just someone having a laugh, and because they're making money out of it. Oh, it's some really nasty business going there. I would not touch it. Yeah, I mean, anyone who disagrees with that, I can send them the links to the information that is proven facts, and they've even got photo screens of the messages that are sent, and the parents are actually farming the kids or soliciting them, I suppose. It's, yeah. So if anyone doubts what I'm saying, I will gladly send you the links, and then I will accept your apology. It's really nasty. I like watching shorter videos too, just because I'm busy. 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I think that's enough. The way to commit. Yeah, I like the idea of Instagram, but as I say, not ever having a phone that has that capacity. Mine was just like telephone. I don't even have that now. I don't use telephones. But I liked the idea of that. So Instagram should be for that, just pictures and shorts. And YouTube is film. It's creators. It really is. I'm glad now. I think there were so many complaints about people keep putting shorts up all the time that you'll know now they have that symbol, don't they, down the bottom? So you can't click on a short and think you're going to watch a film. They have that big, I call it Zorro, but it's that big thing. And there was lots of people complaining, saying we're here to watch videos and creators and things like that. So that's why they developed putting that symbol down. Yeah. I always say you don't need to compete, you need to be different. They're marked as shorts, yeah, and they weren't for a long time. They weren't marked as shorts at all, and it was infuriating. I don't mind if that's something, like you saying, say for instance, you're showing a little bit of chickens running around, or you're just showing the fruit you picked, if it is something like that. But some people just put nothing. I don't know how to explain it. They're literally like, well, but like there's nothing. Or you're saying, look, like me, there's like, oh, here's a plant. I don't know what it is. Do you? You don't need to make a video. I get that. I get that side of making a short. But some are just like nothing, just for the sake of putting something up. When you do a short, what do you do? And you just click on your phone, it's posted, or do you have to do like a film? You don't do like a film, do you, when you have to put a title and all that? I don't know how it works, like posting it. I'm assuming it's some sort of instant thing. You just click. I don't see anything on the channel that says post a short. You still edit yours, right? So you can still edit them. And then how do you post? Do you have to fill in like a video, the title and copyrights and anything like? You have to fill everything in still, because if you do, I can't see how that's really worth the time. I've got no idea. Old me, never done it. Teach me. Oh, yeah, I've got no idea on that, how that works. No idea at all. They have to be less than 1 minute. Yeah, I know that. Recorded vertically. But what about posting it? Do you have to? I'm getting very dark here. You still have to like type everything in like the same way you post a video. See, I hate that. It's supposed to be all about disabilities, but so many people tell you with any visual or mental brain type disabilities, watching vertically is really difficult. When they meet the criteria, they're automatically labelled. Oh, right. So you just do less than a minute, record vertically, and they instantly pop it up as a right. That's helpful to know. Not that I'm doing it. I'm just interested. I thought it was weird. Shorts are good to get view and subs. I've got 200 subs from one short on my other channel. Got 90k views. You can post it as normal, but it has to be portrait. Right. I think it depends on your audience and what your sort of video is. I mean, the stables I work at, they only do shorts on YouTube, but they're not sharing anything. They're just like, look, here's a horse. Oh, here's a horse. Next short, here's a horse. Next short, here's a horse. So that's their audience. They're not tutorials. They haven't got content. They just point it up and they get views. But then their audience is horse people. Oh, look, there's a horse. Oh, look at that horse. Oh, look at that horse. That's their target audience. So for them, as you say, Treasure Woman, if that's the audience, or the age group or that kind of thing. So I'm not sure about a mixed channel, some short, some not. I think, personally, in my mind, you're either kind of one target audience or another, maybe. But as I say, depends on your audience and your content, what you share. Treasure Woman says, if you do 15 seconds, you get more views. Shorts just good to promote your channel. Yeah, a taster. I get doing it as a taster. I'm not a personal lover of premieres. I've talked about this before. A lot of people do. A lot of people like it because they know if they get multiple people watching it at once, they get further up the table. But what they don't think is if they do a premiere and don't get many viewers, it pushes them down the table. There's swings and roundabouts for anything. But yeah, that's interesting, the 15 seconds. That's why I say some shorts I've seen, they're literally, and it's like, what was you even doing? Yeah, it's all out. It's, as I say, it depends on what your channel is, what you want from it, and what sort of audience you want. So it's great that we're all different. We've all got different views and do different things, and that's what makes it so great, this sort of media, for sure. Yeah, that's what premieres are for, what people use them for. It's because if you put a video out and you get loads of views, if you get loads of views in a short time, that's when YouTube thinks, wow, that must be a good video. Hence why lots of channels started doing premieres. I've done one premiere, which for me, it's supposed to be a special thing. So I did it for my 100th video. But yeah, some people like to do it. I personally, but because of my condition, I do go on people's premieres now and then. If I'm not doing anything, I see one up of a channel, I do sometimes go on it. But I would rather watch the video. And then I would rather be in a chat for a chat alive. Because I find you're either typing in the chat or you're listening. And for me personally, I can't really be in the chat and listen to the video properly. So I just went on Mayfield's ranch one before I came on here, and she did a tour of her garden. That was okay because you'll just look at what she grows. But if you're looking at one that's giving you information, and I've said before, people don't use the premieres as they are intended. If you actually go on YouTube, it says after your premiere is finished, you're expected to stay on 15 to 30 minutes afterwards, because the point is then you talk about the video, and people don't. They talk about in there, and then as soon as it's finished, the host disappears. So if you do premieres, I don't know if you do, but if you do, go onto YouTube. It actually says how to do a premiere, and you're expected to stay in the chat afterwards and be with your community. So it's getting very dark here. Hope you can still see me. I've done 2 hours. Yeah, I know lots of stuff. Any questions? I know all the innards. I need to read the instructions. Yeah, I think a lot of people just do what other people do. That's why I'm always asking questions. People see someone do it, then they do it the same way. So, oh yeah, I'm a hive of info. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. As I say, it's got blooming dark now. I've done 2 hours. It's 9:87, 7:40 here. So I'm going to go and grab something to eat and go and see my man. I love you all for being here. It's been a really fun chat again. If you're watching back later on, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you made it to the very end, I really appreciate that. All of you in the chat and watching later, have a really great time. Don't give up hope and do something new tomorrow. What are you going to do tomorrow? Don't waste a minute of your day. So until next time, Meraki.